Hey Rita, so I stayed up late last night till like 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning, and that's completely insane troll logic because I had to go to a counselor appointment for school at 9 o'clock. But I'd finished the book, and so I decided to talk to you about it. The book is called Shiver. I'll put it up even though it's going to be flipped backwards because of the whole mirror reflection. I don't know how it works. But it's by Maggie Stiefvater. I'm not sure how to pronounce that name, but I'll talk about it with you. It was just because I was reading it all night doesn't mean that I think that it's the best book in the world, okay? Okay, I've read like all of the Twilight series, not all of it together, but each book in one night because it's something that you have to finish. In Breaking Dawn, if I didn't finish it in that one day, then I was never going to finish it because it was so awful. Not the point. This book, it buys into the whole werewolf and vampire trend that's been going on, and that I kind of really hate, unless we're talking about Buffy, because that's different. But, this one's about werewolves. There's no vampires, thank God. And so it's about this girl named Grace. I had to think about it for a second. And a guy named Sam. And right from the get-go, you know that Sam is a wolf and a human. And Grace is just a human who likes to stare at wolves, and it's kind of creepy because she's just like, and the wolves are just like, and they just like stand there for hours, and they're just all like, so it's kind of weird in that regard because they're all just like staring at each other. Well, it's more of Sam and Grace just staring at each other. So the idea behind this is that he's a werewolf, but it's not like a regular, Remus Lupin werewolf type thing. It's when it gets a certain level of coldness, a certain wind chill, I guess. I don't know. He turns into a wolf and basically stays that way for the rest of the winter until spring. And Sam was turned into a werewolf when he was very little, and so he's had a number of times that he can switch back and forth between human and wolf, and he's gonna become a wolf for the rest of his life. I pay attention to the canon more, but I think this canon's kind of a little eh. And from I read about the sequel, it gets flipped upside down at the end of that book anyway, so why even bother? And it's a love story. So Sam is trying to stay human so that he can be with Grace, although they didn't know each other. It's a long story. You'll read it if you read it. You won't read it if you don't. Story's pretty good. It's told from both of their perspectives, but I feel like you can't really tell the difference between Grace and Sam. Sam might be a little bit more fun to read than Grace is, because Grace is all like, I'm going to work now, and now I'm going to school, and everything is going to be very practical, and blah, 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 blah. Much more realistic love story than Twilight, though. I will say that, because these people actually interact with each other and have fun and get to know each other and try to get to know each other. And they mess up and they make mistakes. I don't know, you might want to read it. You might not. Who knows? Maybe this review will make up your mind for you. If you were considering the book at all. Maybe it'll stimulate your mind to think about it then. Anyway, ignore me. I'm kind of weird. You already knew that. Adios!